What's the most hurtful thing you overheard your parents say about you? I'm one of quadruplets, 4 girls born 2 minutes apart. My sisters Ember, Grace, and Sophie are identical triplets. And then there's me, the odd one out who looks completely different. Growing up, my parents always made it clear that my sisters were special. They were beautiful, talented, and got straight A's without trying. I was the difficult one who had to work twice as hard for average grades and never quite fit in. Ember was the athlete, Grace was the artist, Sophie was the musician. I was just there. Last month was our 18th birthday. My parents threw this huge party for my sisters. Professional photographer, fancy decorations, the works. When people asked where the 4th birthday girl was, my mom would laugh and say, "Oh, Maya's around somewhere." I spent most of the party in my room. That night, after everyone left, I came downstairs to get some water and heard my parents talking in the kitchen with my aunt. "The girls are going to do so well in college," my mom was saying. "Ember got that full scholarship to state, Grace got into art school, and Sophie's music program is paying for everything." My aunt asked, "What about Maya?" There was this long pause. Then my dad said something that shattered me completely. "Honestly, we're just relieved 3 of them turned out so well. Maya's always been different, not as bright, not as motivated. We've accepted that she's probably going to struggle her whole life." My mom agreed. "We've put so much energy into the other 3 because they actually have potential. Maya's just, we love her, but she's not going anywhere special." My aunt sounded uncomfortable. "That seems harsh. She's still your daughter." Dad laughed. "Of course we love her. But let's be realistic. The other 3 are going to make something of themselves. Maya will probably end up working retail or something. We can't invest the same resources in someone who won't give us the same return." I'm standing there in my pajamas, listening to my parents discuss me like I'm a failed investment. But then my mom said the thing that broke me. "The hardest part is pretending to be equally proud of all 4. When people ask about our daughters, I want to talk about Ember's scholarship and Grace's art and Sophie's music, but then I have to include Maya and, what do I say? She's mediocre at everything?" They all laughed. I went back to my room and cried until I couldn't breathe. Then I started packing. I had been accepted to a community college 2 hours away. Not prestigious like my sister's schools, but it was something. I had saved money from my part-time job, and I had enough for a dorm room and first semester. I left a note. "Since I'm such a disappointment and you don't want to waste resources on me, I'll save you the trouble. Don't worry about pretending to be proud of me anymore." I moved out that night and didn't tell anyone where I was going. My sisters found out and were devastated. Turns out they had no idea how our parents really felt about me. Ember called me crying, saying she always looked up to me for working so hard despite everything being harder for me. "You're the strongest one of all of us," she said. "We got everything handed to us. You had to fight for every single thing." My parents tried calling, but I didn't answer. Finally, my dad showed up at my dorm. "Maya, you misunderstood what you heard." "Did I? Because it sounded like you think I'm a waste of space who will never amount to anything." He couldn't deny it. "We just want what's best for you. Your sisters have these obvious talents, and I don't. I get it. You've made that clear my entire life." 2 years later, I'm thriving in college. I found out I have a learning disability that was never diagnosed because my parents were too focused on my successful sisters to notice I was struggling. With proper support, my grades shot up. I'm majoring in social work because I want to help kids who feel like the broken one in their family. My sisters and I are closer than ever. They visit me regularly and we talk every day. They've started calling out our parents when they make comments about me. My parents? They still don't understand what they did wrong. They think I'm being dramatic and holding grudges. Last week, Ember told them she's not coming home for Christmas unless they apologize to me properly.